Alright, y'all, TheDogOfAres here. I was gonna do a blocking video, but I started thinking, and I'm gonna end up doing that one next week. What I'm gonna do here is teaching maki, which is necessary for active blocking, which is what I'll be teaching. If you're gonna maki, I use just an iron pipe, but I've seen people use wooden poles. I've seen people get like gardening wire and a bunch of that and wrap rubber bands around it and use that. So you can pretty much use anything. What you're doing, or the purpose of it, is you're causing micro fractures on your bones, and then you're gonna run it down and compact it. And at first it's probably gonna hurt you, but you eventually do adapt and get used to it. The reason why is to compress the bone and make it stronger through time. Also, when you do it, you should only be doing it probably about twice a week if you're doing it right, because bones do take time to heal, a lot longer than muscles. So it's not like a heavy lift. You're gonna have to give yourself. So I do it like once and then wait 3 days and then do it again, wait 3 days and get on that. When you first start out, you also might want to get you some arnica cream. It's really good for bruising and stuff like that. It's just to help get you through it at first. But the purpose of it, because when you're blocking, yes, it's a defensive technique, but it has an offensive mentality. Like when you guard, right, it's a defensive maneuver with a defensive mentality. You're sitting there bracing and trying to eat the hit. Blocking, so it's like you're using a shield. Blocking is more like blocking the strike with a sword. And we maki to make our sword more like iron, while our opponent is swinging a sword made more like copper. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole purpose behind it all. If you don't maki and you try to block someone, even if you do it right, you could really hurt yourself. And especially if you're fighting a bigger opponent who's stronger. And they swing and you try to block their radial with yours to get in, he can still really mess you up. So that's why I decided to first do a maki training video before I showed the blocking training video, which will be next Sunday. Again, if you like my the stuff that I post, please like and subscribe and turn on all notifications. So I'm gonna walk you through how I maki, and let's just go ahead and go from there. Now what I do is 25 strikes, and then I roll it 10 times. So I'll go from the elbow to the wrist on the outside. 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, that's how you do the outside. Now, when you do the inside, you want to kind of like roll your thumb out to expose, because you see how it's all meaty right here? But when you do that, see, it exposes the bone, and that's what you want. So then, 1, 2, same thing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And go ahead, do the other arm. Alright, so we go 1. Now, when you're hitting yourself, you're not, boom, trying to break your arm. You're just trying to cause little tiny fractures. And then when you run it down, you're compressing all those fractures. And like I said, increase your calcium intake, get supplements. And, you know, like, I don't really care for chalk, but, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, because you got to heal the bones. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, and then we rock our thumb out, expose the bone. And 1, 2, 3. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. Okay, also, when you do that, there is a nerve. If you hit it, it'll tingle a little bit, kind of like you hit your funny bone. It's no big deal. You didn't actually injure yourself. It'll fade. You'll get used to it. All right, so then you come to our shins, because this is when we kick. You're not really going to be blocking with your shin, but you understand your quad is the biggest muscle you got. So when you throw a kick, you're actually throwing it very hard. And if you hit someone in the head, that's a very dense thing, or anything like any bone. It's hard. So you want to get your legs used to impact. And that's why we maki the legs. So you come here and make sure you hit the bone. Yeah. I'm getting some of the black stuff off the pipe on my legs. All right, then do the other one. You don't have to hit it hard. You'll feel it. All right, so that's how you get your stuff ready for your blocks. But I also wanted, since I'm doing the whole maki video, I want to show you what else I do. This is for your offense. Now, in karate, when you punch, you lead with your index. So when you hit with what they call your ram horns. That's why these knuckles are so much bigger than those two, because that's how I was taught to punch. And when you do that, like when you lead with your middle knuckle, right? You see how there's an arc? You have a risk of jacking your wrist that way. But when you lead with your index, you see how much it's straighter? Okay, so you have a lot less chance of actually jacking your wrist on your punch when you lead with your index. Now, when I first started doing this, come closer, please. You know, just until you get used to it, back when I was a kid and I started doing this type of maki training, I folded a shirt in half and then in quarters and nailed it to the side of the shed. I think it's actually still there in my childhood home. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. So, but anyway, so just 25 on each hand. So you just go. 50. Okay, and as you see, you just use the ram horns. Okay, then with the elbows, 1, And just do that, like I said, twice a week. And that's how I maki. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, we'll go into more depth with blocking details in the next video. Till then, DogOfAres out.